In this video, I'll demonstrate what happens when you remove access for students to your OneNote Class Notebooks. So to begin, I'm going in with a student test account, and I'm going to go through OneNote.com. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll sign in, and I'll do this with the student test account. And now we're in OneNote, and we'll go across to the class notebooks, and we're going to work inside this top one, the 2017-12 Arts in Practice Notebook. Now that this has loaded, we can see the notices section, the collaboration space, and the content library. And of course, this is the student's own personal area, and these are the default tabs that are set up for all students as I add them to this class notebook. So now I'm in OneNote 2016 on my computer, and these are all the students in the class. And if I go down here, you can see student test. This is the student who we're going to remove from the class notebook. To do this, we go into the class notebook tab, and you'll see the add remove students button here. So I'll click on that. We've already signed in, but you may be prompted to sign in, and it's asking which notebook do you want to add or remove students from. We are going into the Arts in Practice one again, and you can see there is our student test at the bottom. When we click the button to remove a student, we have the option to delete the student's content. Now, if the content is useful for future purposes, then you might not want to tick that box. And what I'm going to do is to leave that unchecked so that we can actually look at how this affects a student. So with that being done, I'm going to click the next button. Here's our confirmation screen, and I'll hit update. We get the usual final screen, which is similar to the startup or the creation screen, where we are given the option to open it in OneNote or OneNote Online. However, we are finished with this screen, so we can simply close the browser. We've now returned to the notebook, and you can see here the student section still remains. And that's because we didn't tick the box to remove the student's content. But what has changed is that the student now has no access to this section or the notebook itself. Let's have a look at that from the student's perspective. We'll go back into OneNote Online, and I'll go back to the sign-in screen. I'll sign the student out, and now we're signing in again. And we can see that the 2017-12 Arts and Practice Notebook is still listed in the recent notebooks, and it's also visible in the Class Notebooks tab. So the student can still click on the link, but as you can see here, they don't have access to the page or the class notebook. Therefore, to ensure students don't have any ongoing access to class notebooks, you can go into the Add Remove Students option and remove the students from the class notebooks. You can see in this demonstration how effective it is. It definitely removes their access, and if you don't check the box, you can still retain the student's content, and this will always be accessible when you load up that class notebook in future.